Teams emerge from down below, and the team in yellow, the players turn to look to their right, and they see a wall of yellow and blue and white, of course, behind the goal. Leeds occupying the Darwin end of the stadium, top and bottom tier, in huge numbers. Blackburn Rovers fans not quite so populous around the rest of the stadium, it has to be said. But this is a fixture that Leeds have always been given a really healthy away contingent for, and always don't disappoint in terms of filling it as well. Leeds United side shows two changes from the team that began the game in midweek against Luton, with Dan James starting in place of Manor Solomon, who's on the bench, and Sam Byram out injured, so junior Firpo comes straight back into the side after completing his suspension. Leeds United with the opportunity to go back to the top of the championship table, but to do that, they're going to have to win this game. Sheffield United having reclaimed top spot in their game against Sunderland last night. Blackburn Rovers will, at the moment, they're 9th. There are games in the championship going on elsewhere. They've dropped a position in the table. Depends on the outcome of those games. But they've been a side that has been in good form away from home in the last 2 matches. A really good win at Middlesbrough midweek. Before that one at Cardiff. The game against Portsmouth here was called off, postponed rather, because of heavy rain. Prior to that, they had 3 successive defeats in the league. So they're a side who've been a little bit up and down, I think it's fair to say. Whatever the version we see of Blackburn today, it's down to Leeds United to do what they have to do and to come through another difficult-looking championship away fixture. Leeds players in their huddle, and Blackburn Rovers players out in formation and ready to go. It's a mild winter's day here. We've had all kinds of weather recently, but today we cannot complain at all. It's dry, it's mild, and we have blue skies overhead. The players break. Meslier runs towards that huge travelling army, acknowledges their backing, and they acknowledge his presence, and the game is all set to get started here. Leeds United will be defending the end in front of those travelling fans in the first half, surely as they would want it. And Piroe is in the centre circle to get the game underway. Piroe awaits the signal. This unusual Saturday lunchtime kickoff time, it's 1:30 UK time. And the game is underway. Pascal Struijk with an early touch, the skipper weighing up his options with a strip of sunlight across the pitch. Meslier with a short pass out to Joe Rodon. And Struijk again in possession for the away side.
What's interesting here is that there's no real high press, is there? They're just making sure that they keep their lines together.
Jayden Bogle trying to work through those lines perhaps, and he's won Leeds an early free kick in a position of some promise in that Blackburn Rovers half. He wriggled away from the challenge and then was bundled over.
Yes, and the 3 forward players for Blackburn were just really dropping off, not going too early, allowing the space to get big in between. Because I think as soon as teams come and try and go at us and try and press, we're good enough to pass through them. And of course, us in space were a real danger. So clearly, John Eustace does not want that for his side here at home.
Tanaka with a short free kick. Bogle gives it back to the midfielder. Leeds just keep the ball in the Blackburn half, for now at least. Rothwell, the former Blackburn man, moving forward here. A few boos for him. Not the first time he's been back since he left, and that pass would probably be more to the liking of the home fans these days. as it skimmed over the toes of Dan James and behind for a goal kick.
Our fans away to the right are making some right noise. It's great to see, isn't it? Absolutely chock-a-block the whole away end.
We're in the midst of the Exodus on the way over the Pennines earlier today. Loads of Leeds traffic on the motorways. As Blackburn look to mount their first attack of the match. Leeds win the ball back with Aaronson, and now on to Piroe, who's got a bit of space to run into. Tried to find James, but the pass was blocked off. And the home side have possession. Junior Firpo is already involved in a little tussle that he loses out. And now some nifty footwork on this near side touchline from Dolan. And it results in a free kick. Leeds have a problem with the player down.
Yes, and that doesn't look good, is it? Pascal, that is down on his haunches. Referee says, no, okay, just give him a few minutes. So hopefully that means it's nothing too serious, but not exactly sure what's happened. But you're right, Dolan there showing some neat footwork. Skips around Firpo rather easily. No way Tanaka was going to let him do that.
So Leeds have to defend this early free kick in the 4th minute here at Ewood Park.
Pascal does not look comfortable, does he?
It's definitely one we'll be keeping a little eye on. As the ball, Cantwell is one of the two who will be taking this free kick, potentially. Cantwell it is, delivers into the penalty area. It was a great ball, and it was Pascal Struijk there, who shows that perhaps he's not too bad after all by meeting the ball with an important header.
Even injured, he's the man in the box. I think he's had a great season so far, Pascal. The skipper as well, just getting better and better.
Blackburn able to apply some more pressure with a long throw from the near side touchline, which will be delivered in by Brittain. Flicked into the box, leads clear through James. And then Struijk does a similar job. Gnonto takes it down really neatly. There's a line of 3 in the middle. But, Gnonto stopped in his tracks by the tackle from Travis, the Blackburn skipper. And the ball is out for a Leeds throw-in, quickly taken. Tanaka. 2 Japanese internationals on show here again today. Ohashi for Blackburn Rovers as well. Tanaka with the ball to Rodon. Back to the D, it goes to Meslier. Again, Blackburn stand off and let Leeds' 2 central defenders move the ball forward. James trying to work it round to the other side of his opponent there. It didn't quite work, and suddenly there's a ball through the middle that needs defending. Firpo provides the first touch, but there's still work to be done here. It is who's putting the ball into the penalty area. Rodon with a defender's clearance, but there's a little nudge there from Bogle that will result in a free kick to Blackburn. And again, Leeds will have to form up in the penalty area to defend this one.
Well, there's a huge gap, wasn't there, at the back? Weren't quite in a line. Firpo got back just in time, but couldn't quite clear the danger, and he was giving away a free kick. Another dangerous area for Blackburn just to swing one in.
Plenty of pressure on the goal in front of those travelling Leeds fans in the last couple of minutes. Cantwell again in place to potentially deliver this one. And then he runs away. It's curled onto the penalty spot, and Rothwell's there, and Meslier's got to go and catch this, and he does. Takes it into his body and then rolls it out to Dan James. Manages to work it to Piroe. Could give it back here. No, he goes Firpo wide instead. Leeds moving up the pitch with Gnonto in possession. Gnonto's first chance to run. Now Firpo on the overlap. Gets a good-looking ball back into the middle. Flap from the keeper. No sort of touch on that, really, from Pears there. And it's hooked into touch.
Excellent counter-attack, wasn't it? And you're right, Pears, I think, just gets a slight touch. It was an awful effort from the keeper that, fortunately for Blackburn, drops to one of their players and not one of ours.
Rothwell to Firpo. Put a good cross in there, junior Firpo back in the team. He's been in action in the time he's been out suspended for the international team, who've had great success. Dominican Republic. Meslier. Short ball to Tanaka, returns the favour. And then it goes square to Joe Rodon. Rodon rather telegraphed that one, and the ball is cleared into touch. Leeds will end up with a throw in.
See what Blackburn are trying to do. They're not allowing really Tanaka to get the ball just 5-10 yards in that midfield. They'd rather one of the centre halves or Rodon there trying to play a longer, more difficult ball. A couple of times now it's been cut out.
Well, John Eustace is the man in charge of Blackburn Rovers these days, and he did the number on Leeds twice last season. Birmingham City very early on. A 1-0 win at St Andrews.
And how he lost his job, I'm not quite so sure.
Yeah, and then came to Ellen Road with Blackburn Rovers in April. And again, 1-0 win. It was a real blow for Leeds United at a point where the team was pushing hard for automatic promotion. Piroe and Bogle. Pings back to Tanaka.
That time was a good ball from Rodon there. Nice and firm into Piroe.
Leeds happy to go back to Meslier. Leeds have come out on top in their last couple of visits to Ewood Park.
Just remember last game was like a bit of an exodus, wasn't there? 10 minutes to go. They had no fans left, and it was all Leeds fans, which was rather nice. Let's hope it's the same.
Piroe manages to get it to Aaronson. He just hooks it up in the air. Gnonto was hopeful, but well defended. And then pushed forward into an area not occupied by a blue and white shirt by Tronstad. And Leeds are able to regain possession comfortably with Joe Rodon. 10th minute, 0-0.
Just get a feeling there's going to be a lot of this playing around at the back, don't you? That's how we then manoeuvre the ball from this last third into the middle, and then of course get into that danger last third area.
Meslier goes long, swings it cross field towards James, headed away from Dan James, and then the flag is up for offside. So Bogle's half-hearted tackle is explained by that. Blackburn will have a free kick, which they take. And then they go with a swinging wide crossfield ball into Callum Brittain, who keeps it away from Gnonto. Cantwell to this near side, and Dolan comes in field. And then it's just kept in play and pushed back towards the man on the halfway line, Hyam. And then it's an up and under, really, that Joe Rodon goes and has to deal with. Firpo helps it out. And now Aaronson maybe can do something a bit with this ball. Trying to get forwards, but successful challenge on Brendan Aaronson. Oh, in fact, foul committed by Brendan Aaronson there.
Well, did you see that? I didn't.
Really, no.
No, but you never quite got it under control, did he, Brendan? It was, he was getting chased by a couple of players and didn't quite get it under his spell.
Hyam in possession for Blackburn, man who got their winning goal at Middlesbrough in midweek. Blackburn now able to move men forward. Cantwell in possession. Aaronson battling away with him there. He manages to get a touch to put it out of play. Now Leeds defending the penalty area. The long crossfield ball to Brittain once more. Puts it back in the middle. Off the crossbar. Follow up. Put wide. Well, great opportunity for Blackburn Rovers to take the lead there. The header off the bar, but then the follow-up effort. You were expecting the net to ripple. It didn't. It went wide, and Leeds are lucky that that was the case.
Well, it was a fantastic effort, really was. Brilliant crossfield ball. Brittain on this right-hand side. The volley in was just superb. And Ohashi, you would have thought, had to just put it into the back of the net, but somehow he managed to survive that one.
So a real let-off for Leeds, who now try and respond in kind with Gnonto into the edge of the penalty area. Tries a low shot. Oh, it's hit James, who's offside, and because it's offside and beyond their line and it hits him, the flag is raised. So that didn't quite work out the way that Leeds wanted in the end.
Just wondering if that was actually on target or not. The opportunity was to play in James slightly earlier, although Gnonto was waiting for Aaronson on the right-hand side. Instead, he went for neither and just tried to deceive the keeper. We've seen it many a time, haven't we, into that bottom corner.
Not this time. Blackburn with the best early chance by some distance, or chances. The header first and then the follow-up. Unable to take advantage of either. And then there's a poor kick into touch from Pears that keeps the ball high up in that Blackburn half and gives Leeds a throw in.
Well, home side really have started well, causing us a good few problems. We also have had one or two chances ourselves, but no one's taken any of them so far.
Swadix was the star man for Blackburn, of course, last season. He made his way into the Premier League with Ipswich. But their recruitment seems to have been solid enough to put them in position for sure for the playoffs potentially. As Leeds now build with Rodon involved. Piroe can't find James. Ohashi is there for Blackburn. Leeds win it back with Struijk, and now Tanaka, and on it goes to Aaronson. Turns quickly, works the ball to Bogle. Bogle can come in field into the edge of the area to Piroe. Bogle goes on the run into the box and almost picks it up on the far side. And it's a swift intervention before James delivers back into the middle. Oh, just beyond Gnonto's dive into the penalty box there. Firpo picks it up to keep it alive for Leeds. Rothwell, now Firpo again. On it goes to Aaronson. Aaronson goes to ground, and the referee says there was no foul from Brittain there. So the game goes on. Aaronson is back in possession briefly before Cantwell wrestles it away, and then it's won back again by Firpo. Now Aaronson and now Tanaka. James through the middle for Leeds, into the edge of the area. Trying to find Aaronson there, but wasn't successful. And Blackburn clear it up the park, and now Rodon has to defend with a header into touch.
Well, some really good play, but Brendan Aaronson just a couple of times there, getting out muscled. But then when we did get the ball, just couldn't quite find that final pass.
So it's been a lively few minutes here at Ewood Park. Blackburn going as close as you can without scoring. Leeds trying to respond at the other end without actually troubling Pears. And the away side have the ball in their possession with Pascal Struijk. Bogle goes on a little run far side. Struijk saw him, but then thought better of it. Brings Firpo into play instead. Firpo puts it up beyond Piroe. Won by Rothwell. Just a little too much on that. It's defended by Bart, who goes back to Pears. And then Gnonto wins it well. Here's Gnonto! Keeper makes a great save. Gnonto firing towards goal. Pears came out to atone for the error. Rothwell's ball into the penalty area goes behind surely for a corner kick for Leeds. And that's Leeds' big moment so far.
Oh, it's a great chance, it really is. Got to say, the keeper, Ainsley Pears, not having a good afternoon so far. There was another poor decision, and the shot from Gnonto had to, of course, take it quick. He nips in really well, but the keeper in the end, you're right, makes a good save.
So Leeds have the first corner kick of the afternoon with Joe Rothwell standing over the ball currently. And waiting for the signal from Lewis Smith. Rothwell preparing to put it into the crowd. There's all sorts going on in the middle of the penalty area. It goes in low and it's comfortably cleared away by Osahi, and it's Leeds on the halfway line with Bogle.
Well, that's probably Rothwell's worst delivery since he's come to the club, because he has been superb, been on the money more often than not. That one, unfortunately, was nowhere near.
And the home fans let him know about it. Piroe on the chest. Nice ball, laid off to Rothwell.
Better.
Now Gnonto. Firpo's wide if he needs him. Gnonto holds onto it for now. Still with the ball. Goes back to Rothwell. Infield to Struijk, well up the park, as is Rodon. Two centre-halves playing in the middle of the Blackburn half here. Over the top it goes for Gnonto. Takes it on his chest into the edge of the area. Nice work to make space for a shot, perhaps. Curls it goalwards, and Pears punches this one away. Two-handed, and it goes out for a corner kick. Hits the corner flag and rolls behind.
Oh, excellent play again. We move the ball really quickly. Bypass the press out wide to Gnonto, who then cuts in. Beats one, beats two. Unfortunately, couldn't beat the keeper this time at the far post.
Doesn't look entirely comfortable, Pears, does he?
No, he doesn't. So let's make him work. Certainly from his corner kick, let's miss the first man.
That would be challenge one for Joe Rothwell with the outswinger this time. In it comes. Better height on that one. Headed clear again, though. Aaronson chases to keep it away from Cantwell. Gives it to Bogle. Struijk. Gnonto has it. Flicks it back to Joe Rodon in the centre circle. Now Pascal Struijk out to Junior Firpo. Works it well into Tanaka and on to Aaronson and back to Tanaka. He's moving the ball well at the moment. Bogle. In it goes to Piroe. Out to James. Back to Piroe. James is on a run. Defender spotted the danger and clears the ball. Pickering got in front of Dan James there. Bogle has it back for Leeds. Now Rothwell. And now Tanaka. Rothwell. Both in the Leeds half still, as is Rodon. Joe Rodon checks, comes back and gives it to Gnonto. Nice ball. Oh, just span away from Tanaka there. Yeah, referee might have kind of got in his eye line, and suddenly Leeds have got to defend down the edge of the penalty area. Tanaka comes across his man. What's the referee going to give here? He's going to give a penalty for Tanaka's challenge on Dolan, making his way into the penalty area. Well, wondered whether he got anything of the ball there. It would appear not.
No, I didn't think he did. He just ran into the player, but Dolan, nice and positive. First touch just straight across. Unfortunately, Tanaka has collided with Dolan. Referee's there. I think once the ball goes past you as well, you just got to allow him to run. I know it's a hard thing to do because he's in on goal, but had another defender trying to come around, but that just makes the decision up for the referee.
So Leeds United have a big moment here because they've given Blackburn the perfect opportunity to put themselves in front here at Ewood Park. Cantwell is the man delegated to take the penalty kick. Meslier has his word and then steps away. And the Leeds fans behind the goal, arms waving above heads, try and do a little bit to put the penalty taker off. Referee back to the edge of the box to check everybody's where they should be. All on Meslier here for Leeds United. Cantwell gets the signal. And Cantwell drives it just beyond the dive of the keeper and into the corner of the net to give the home side the lead here. Blackburn Rovers from the penalty spot go 1-0 up.
It's an excellent penalty, it really was. Tucked away into that bottom corner. And Meslier, I have to say, made himself huge, didn't he? Bouncing around the line, but could do nothing about Todd Cantwell tucking it away.
as you'll probably be able to tell, there's a very enthusiastic Blackburn Rovers fan sitting pretty much right next to me here, who has enjoyed that moment much more than we have. So Leeds have a job to do again here, away from home. Piroe back in position of taking a kick off for the second time this afternoon. Rodon to Bogle. Now Struijk. And now Firpo. Referee apparently in the way of Aaronson again there. And Blackburn on the front foot here. Back in that Leeds half again. And then a back pass that asks Pears to do a little bit. He gets there ahead of Piroe. Bogle has to defend this. And then Bogle has committed a foul here that's going to result in a booking. Just hesitant and allowed the opponent the chance to nip in front of him. Dolan again. And Leeds have got more problems here.
That's a really poor mistake. Just get there, deal with it quickly. Bogle just takes way too long, too many touches, and once you've made the mistake, don't compound it by getting yourself in the book.
So Leeds back in that penalty area, back defending. 24th minute, and Blackburn Rovers have a free kick in a position where they can put Leeds under real pressure. Cantwell appears favourite to take this one with the potential in-swinger here. Whipped in towards Meslier and then off the top of the head and over the crossbar. It was a good delivery, but the header at the end of it didn't cause Leeds any trouble.
Well, that's an excellent delivery, really is. That's got pace and power, accuracy, dips into an area which is really difficult to defend against, even as a defender. It's one of their players that gets there first, fortunately. Couldn't get it down.
Meslier with a long through ball. Batth beats Piroe. Tanaka. And Bogle. Back to Tanaka. And now Rodon for Firpo. And then it's not quite the moment that Leeds United wanted, right in front of Daniel Farker there. Overhit pass that Firpo had no chance with.
No, it's a little unsettled, aren't we? I have to say, the Blackburn got their noses in front and they're working extremely hard.
Ohashi against Struijk. And the Leeds man wins the header, but concedes the throw-in. And Brittain steps forward to take it. Cantwell given away to Firpo. Gnonto. Aaronson. This time he is pushed down. Leeds get a free kick. Struijk gives it to Rodon. Runners ahead of him, and Bogle's one of them down the channel here. There's nobody in the box though. Now they arrive, and it's smuggled out for a throw-in anyway.
Smart free kick at the back that got us going really quickly down that right-hand side.
Bogle stays forward as he's going to be taking the throw-in. Back it goes to Tanaka. And now Firpo. Rothwell and Struijk exchange passes. Tanaka. Back to Rodon. Piroe. Feeds it back to Joe Rodon.
No space in there, is there? They're snapping away at our heels every time we get into those sort of areas.
Aaronson back to Rodon. Leeds allowed to advance, but then it rather stops. Trying to get going now. Piroe a little bit lucky, but he's got it to Aaronson and got it back again in the penalty area. Tried to tuck it inside, and then an absolute calamitous attempt to clear it from Blackburn Rovers. Results only in Leeds United getting a corner kick.
Yeah, Hyam at the back for Blackburn is just trying to boot it forward. Comes off his own player, but Once again, good play. We get into good areas, but Blackburn defending well at the death.
So Rothwell to take the latest corner kick for Leeds United. 28th minute, Leeds behind here at Ewood Park. Curled into the middle. Beyond Firpo, comes out for Aaronson. James just about manages to turn it back to Bogle as he was quickly closed down. And Bogle gives it to James again down the left for Leeds. In it goes to Gnonto. Now Firpo in some space. Puts it up into the penalty area. Gnonto with a header goalwards. He's a long way out, so he got the direction but didn't get the power. An easy catch for the keeper.
Good move. And well picked out by Firpo. Gnonto, yes, a long way to score a header from there, and I think Dolan just about did enough defensively.
Back with the goalkeeper. Ohashi wins the header, but goes straight to Firpo. And now Struijk with a square ball to Joe Rodon. Blackburn fans in better voice now. We've seen their side create chances and then go ahead. Aaronson. Now Rodon. Rodon moves further forward. Plays it into path of Piroe, come off his defender. Over on this near side, James waits, and now he gets the ball from Rothwell. And James goes back into the path of Rothwell, who puts a curling effort in, and always inviting the goalkeeper to come and grab onto that one. That's exactly what he did.
Yes, cross shot, not sure what exactly that was. Just a little bit too high anyway for Gnonto. That was...
Oh, Piroe has been given it. Oh, my word. He tries to turn it away from the keeper, but he just hit it too hard. He was put right in his path there. Firpo's penalised, and twice now Leeds United have been presented with terrific opportunities from awful passes out from the back.
Well, those moments are so important that we take advantage of any sort of mistake, but that's just awful. Didn't see where Piroe was.
Brittain with the cross for Blackburn. Comes to the edge of the area to Cantwell. Tees it up. And Rothwell makes the block, and then another drive comes in, and that's blocked as well. And now Leeds try and counter-attack with Piroe and James linking up, and James will get to this, and there are runners through the middle if he could pick somebody out here. James trying to play it inside the defender for Piroe, and Piroe was his closest option, but not, as it turned out, maybe his best option.
No, unfortunately the ball at the end of it wasn't great, but again another good counter. It's half a chance, but need to be better in those sorts of areas, and of course when they're presented to us. Piroe here gets in before the keeper, but can't put it away.
Struijk. Tanaka. And now Firpo. Works it away from Dolan. Now Rodon. Into the centre circle to Tanaka. Past the half-hour mark here. Tanaka back to Rodon. Plays it through the channel for Aaronson, and Bogle's come in. The flag is raised far side, and that will be offside against Aaronson, presumably.
It must have been a close one. I thought the challenge on Aaronson wasn't great either, but the touch he got off was good. Either way, it's gone to Blackburn.
Pears in position. And he sends his teammates further forward. Takes his time over this one, has to be said. And then drops it in the Leeds half, where it's won powerfully in the air by Rodon. Can't keep the ball in play, though. Blackburn have the throw.
Well, after his previous efforts of trying to play out from the back, not a surprise, boys. Get up to the halfway line and just boot it up there.
I liked it when they played out from the back.
So do I.
Throwing on halfway for the home team. Ohashi pursued by Rodon. Gets the ball from Gnonto. Can't get it beyond the Japanese international, but then the other Japanese international steps in to win the ball back for Leeds United. Rothwell and now Firpo. Rothwell back to Firpo. And then Struijk. Tanaka. Rodon's got all the space in front of him here. Played it against the covering midfielder. Gets another chance, perhaps. Short ball to Aaronson, back to Rodon. Works it past Ohashi to Tanaka. James down the left for Leeds. Gets a good ball into the middle, just beyond the stretch of Aaronson. Struik's header, picked up by Dolan, ahead of Firpo. Tanaka penalised for a nibble there at Dolan, no more. Blackburn are happy just to walk themselves out of a defensive shape, move a little up the park, and then compound that by indicating that Hyam was going to take the free kick and then letting Pears wander out slowly to take it instead. Off the top of the head of Bogle, goes out of play for a Blackburn throw-in. Down the left-hand side, Pickering is up to take it. 2 balls on the pitch. Briefly, Cantwell battling away with Tanaka. And now Aaronson joins the fray. Blackburn come out with the ball. And still flicked into space down the right for Brittain to attack the edge of the box. James is the man in front of him. Brittain still in possession. Back for Tronstad. And now Brittain once more to curl the cross in. Comes off James and out for a throw-in. James can't quite get in there. But then the ball is hit at Dolan, who's offside. And so it's a Leeds free kick.
Just got to be a little careful down here because Brittain, certainly the right back, is getting forward, picking some good positions out. And of course it was him with the volley across for Ohashi that hit it against the bar, so just got to keep him back, get him defending.
Rodon for Leeds. To Bogle. The runner started and stopped. Piroe and Gnonto further up the park. Rodon through for Piroe. Not a great ball. Dolan will pick that one up. Firpo's come across and he's not going to get to Dolan here, who's a real runner. Just slows up. And then there's the roll of the ball, and then there's the attempt at what would have been a real cute pass forward. Too cute as it turned out, and picked up by Meslier.
Dolan there just overplayed, didn't he? But you're right, he's a live wire. Got some ability, have to be careful.
Struijk. Now Tanaka. And now Rodon. Through the middle for Piroe. Puts it up in the air for Gnonto. It's tight, but Gnonto gets it back to Bogle. Bogle through the gap for Aaronson. Puts his cross, well, tried to get it into the middle, but it was headed away before it got past Bart. And so it will be a Leeds United throw-in level with the edge of the Blackburn Rovers box. Bogle with ball in hand. Gnonto back to Bogle. Trying to move into the penalty area. Tanaka tees it up for Gnonto. Gnonto takes his man on. Cuts it back from the byline, does he? No, can't get enough on it. It's just gone over the line, so it's a goal kick.
Is he okay? Because Gnonto certainly challenged heavily as he was heading towards the hoarding.
I think he's crashed into the hoarding, hasn't he?
Yeah, certainly pushed into it as well, because he had to get his cross in, but after that, dangerous push has sent him flying.
Gnonto looking somewhat rueful, rubbing the back of his head, but back on the pitch. and not requiring treatment.
Pears going long again, that's no fun.
Once bitten and all that.
Mm.
And the players in a group over to the left of the pitch. And that's where the ball drops now. Tanaka with Cantwell. Cantwell brings it under control. And then Aaronson gets in to try and wrestle it off him. And then Leeds end up, not quite sure how anybody makes the decision in the midst of all of that, but Leeds end up with a free kick. Cantwell appeals his innocence. Leeds go back. Struijk. Square to Rodon. Again, he's allowed to move the ball forward. Curls his cross in over the head of Firpo. In bad shape on that one, but James isn't going to get to it beyond the penalty area. And it rolls behind for a goal kick.
Well, that was almost very good, wasn't it? Rodon this time, rather than just trying to slide something in. Actually crosses on the diagonal. Good run from Firpo, but just a yard too high.
Strange silence kind of settled over
it
the
is.
stadium here. Without the noise from the Leeds end, there isn't any, is there?
No, not at all.
And our friend to my left is, at the moment, a little quieter.
Let's hope he stays that way.
I very much hope that's the case. 8 minutes to go before the board goes up to tell us how much longer in this half. Blackburn in front. Dolan on the ball again. Curls his cross. Bogle heads it away. Cantwell underneath it. Aaronson also turned into trouble there, and Tronstad takes it away from him.
Done that a few times, turning into trouble. You're really needing to get hold of the ball and hopefully get hold of it further up the pitch.
Pears, long ball, headed on well by Ohashi. Rodon behind him. Tronstad nods it down to Cantwell. Cantwell gets it back again. Now on the halfway line, working back towards his own penalty area, Tronstad, and then back into Pears in the penalty box. Pears does take the short pass, this time it works. Stroking hard on Dolan, but Cantwell's just chipped it up, and now Ohashi's got away from Tanaka. He's up to the edge and into the penalty area. Cantwell's arrived to help him out. Cantwell back to Ohashi, and then Brittain. Well, this time his ball across is nothing like as good as it was earlier in the game. Well overhit and out for a throw-in.
Well, thankfully, but they work it really well, don't they? And the little chip puts Brittain in plenty of space again.
They've won 5 games here at home so far this season. 1 draw, a couple of defeats. So they've been pretty strong in front of their own fans. Suddenly picked up in the last couple of games away from home as well, with those wins at Cardiff and Middlesbrough. Certainly one of the teams you'd expect to be somewhere around these leading positions at the end of the season.
Yes, and what they're showing at the moment is plenty of tenacity. Yes, they're organised, they can play as well, but they really have got some fight about them.
Ball from Gnonto to James. James is in the penalty area, trying to put it into the path of Aaronson, and then just catches his man, and didn't quite work out the way Dan James was anticipating perhaps there. Leeds had bodies forward, but not able to exploit the position from the edge of the area.
Just delayed and delayed. The ball was on earlier, but James then might have been better off crossing or going on his own.
Blackburn free kick will not necessarily be taken swiftly here, as we are inside the final 5 minutes of this first half. Pears, Struijk got the nudge, but still managed to win the header. James not so. And Brittain goes back to Danny Bart, and then into the midfield to Travis, the captain, who works it wide down the left side. Aaronson wins his tackle. Now Bogle picks up on the loose ball. And Bogle shows too much of it to Travis. And Blackburn have it back as Leeds were setting off, looking like they could build something. Now they've got to do a job at the other end. And Tanaka is over covering for Bogle, who's still trying to get back. And done a rather good job of it as well, as he's kept the ball in play and then played a lovely pass up the line. And now Leeds can come forward with Aaronson suddenly invited to stretch his legs, and there are players through the middle. Aaronson's trying to pick one of those out now. It's come for James on his chest in the penalty box. Puts it up in the air towards the far post. Aaronson back. Well, I think he was trying to get it back into the middle, but he put too much on it and it went up and over the crossbar instead.
It's a miss kick. Really should do so much better. And Aaronson just needs to side foot that one back across goal. And I'm sure that's what he was trying to do, but got it all wrong. Good ball initially to that far stick. When it comes back as well, just pull it back, and that's not what he wanted to do. All we needed.
So we are a couple of minutes away from the 45, and Leeds are still a goal behind here. Goal scored from the penalty spot by that man Cantwell. Tanaka hit it at Rothwell, who tried to do something with it. And then the free kick is given for a little pull back on Tanaka there. And here it is, he'll take it to Rothwell. Struijk to James. Leeds not able to move forward here, which is what they'd want to be doing as we move into the closing stages of this first period. Rodon sets off now. Gnonto with a chance to come wide, wasn't it? Now they have come, but just given Blackburn a little more chance to get in shape perhaps here as James gets a ball, good-looking ball into the middle, headed away. Gnonto underneath it. Rothwell waits, gives it to Tanaka. Tanaka maybe thought about a shot, goes Bogle instead as his option. Two in front of Jayden Bogle, so he goes back to Piroe. Piroe curls a nice-looking ball into the middle, but between Firpo and Gnonto, the ball was cleared away. And now here's Dolan with a great ball into the path of Tronstad, and then Ohashi in the Leeds half needs defending. Rodon does that job, and that gets Blackburn back away from their own penalty area.
Yeah, it's good play. When we put the cross in, Brittain actually really good defending at that far stick as well. Gets the ball away. We're not finding this easy, are we? And Blackburn with that goal in front, making things rather difficult for us.
Cantwell give Gnonto a little shove there. The appearance is that certainly Gnonto is in distress. So the whistle goes to stop play, and we'll have 2 added minutes, which we are now in.
2 minutes added time.
Gnonto will add a little to that once Cantwell's helped him back to his feet here. Give the Leeds player a little hug. And then the game will be Blackburn's to restart. Back it goes from Hyam to the keeper Pears. And now Batth. Out wide left side. Beck down the line. Flicked on by Tanaka. Aaronson's not going to keep that one in play. Came at him fast. And Blackburn have the ball out over the touchline. And there's a real lack of pace to their efforts to get the game going again now, with 1 more minute of this first half remaining. They will be delighted, I'm sure, to have the lead as the 2 teams head off. Leeds throw in. Now Rothwell trying to just disrupt things before half-time. He almost did, but not in the way that he was meaning to there. Showed a little bit too much of it to Cantwell. Got away with it. Leeds have the ball back again. Here's Tanaka. Ooh, just about finds its way to Rodon. Tanaka, deep cross for Firpo. Touch into Gnonto. Cleared away from Gnonto. And now Dolan gives it straight to Struijk. Firpo will find Rodon, and that will take us to just about the conclusion. We'll know a little bit more for the Gnonto treatment. So Leeds are able to come forward once more with Tanaka. Anxious whistles from the home supporters. James puts it up into the box, beyond Gnonto. Sort of position where you want a 6'2" striker rather than Willie Gnonto coming to attack it. And that's the last action of the first half. And well, Leeds have had their moments, but so very much of Blackburn Rovers, and they've had the big moments so far. The penalty from Cantwell, which is the difference between the two sides at half-time. Blackburn 1, Leeds United 0.
Yes, and certainly the home side started extremely well when they had one shot crashing off the bar. We could have been 1-0 down. After that, we got ourselves back in the game. Had a couple of half chances, more so through their keeper than anything else, and our good play didn't quite end up in the back of the net. We didn't take those opportunities. It's a tough 45 minutes. Blackburn certainly showing plenty of energy. We need to try and push them back a bit more, show a bit more quality in the second half and get ourselves back in.
More needed, much more needed. Half-time scoreline, Blackburn Rovers 1, Leeds United 0. Leeds United will be kicking towards that huge travelling support, 7,000 fans behind the goal, protected by Ainsley Pears. And here it is, right at the start of this second half, who kicks the ball up into the Leeds half. And it's Blackburn in possession in Leeds territory. With Brittain down the right. Back in it goes to Hyam and back to Brittain again, tight to the touchline. He scoops it out long range to Batth, and Batth gives it back to Pears, who kind of volleys it a long way forward, so much so that when Firpo runs back, only Meslier is beyond him, and now Meslier can take his time with the clearance. He was thinking about going long.
Yeah, he certainly was, or back again, but so the work rate of Dolan just made him think twice.
Pascal Struijk, as a breeze blows across the park here, gives the ball to Joe Rodon. Rodon's attempted pass infield hits the heel of Travis. Comes out for a Leeds United throw in.
Just see Travis there, the skipper. And a little word with Cantwell as well, because someone else is going to stop Rodon from coming forward, and Travis thinks it should be Cantwell, not him.
Tanaka in between Struijk and Rodon. Rodon now is closed down by Cantwell. Tanaka has to go back to the keeper, and then gets the ball back off Meslier after Ohashi's disappeared. Tanaka to Rothwell. Now junior Firpo. Aaronson breaks nicely for Gnonto. Protects the ball really well. Gets it down the line for Aaronson. He's going to go out for a Leeds throw. Aaronson takes it into the path of Gnonto. Actually heard a foul throw shout from the home fans there. Don't they know? It doesn't exist anymore.
Well, that looked like one to me. But we got away with it.
Firpo down the left, onto Gnonto. Back into Firpo. Plays his ball into the near post, and it's cleared away from that position on the edge of the 6-yard area. A good breakaway. Firpo made a good run there, but not for the first time this afternoon. Ball into the middle, didn't find a yellow shirt.
No, and lots of blue and white shirts are there, defending well and in numbers.
Which is all Blackburn have to do, they'll feel, from this point onwards. Leeds are under pressure to break the low block as the ball is cleared up. And as an example of that, Ohashi was the furthest man forward, but nobody in a blue and white shirt anywhere even close to him on the halfway line. The Leeds have it back quickly. Now Rothwell. Bogle had gone on a run. He's checked back. Gnonto goes down. Tiny bit lucky there, I suspect, yeah. Gnonto.
I think you're right. Lewis Travis has done a really good job in that holding midfield area around his back four, just in front, patrolling things there. Gets close to Gnonto. Doesn't do a lot, but Gnonto goes down and goes our way.
Well, Leeds were wanted to take that quickly and short, but now the opportunity presents itself to do something a little more traditional, perhaps. Put the ball into the penalty area. It would appear that Rothwell is going to do something along those lines.
We need something even more traditional, like stick it in the back of the net.
That would be good. Rothwell. Plays it into the penalty area. Struijk just beaten to it. Gnonto gets it back in the mix. Struijk put a little touch down. It was hit in goalwards by Gnonto. Hit a defender on its way. And then just momentarily there was a concern that Dolan was going to get on his way, but actually Leeds got it back quickly. And now, well, Leeds' momentum is thwarted here because there's a player suffering with an injury.
Ohashi, I think he's the one that
took a shot.
Collected the ball and was firing towards his goal. He went down initially, then started to come out, but clearly just winded.
Leeds fans unimpressed, but Gnonto did hit it hard, so I'm entirely surprised that the Blackburn man succumbed, albeit not immediately. Leeds get the ball back, and Struijk has it. Attendance 21,942, 7,501 away fans.
Wow.
Aaronson. Struijk. Now Aaronson again, just about keeps it away from Ohashi. Pascal Struijk in the Blackburn Rovers half, moving up close to the penalty area. Firpo out on the touchline. Comes back for Struijk. Struijk tucks it back for Firpo. On it goes for Aaronson, and then Firpo wriggles his way to the byline, and then it's taken off his toes and he's out for a corner kick. And Firpo punches the ground in frustration because I think he thought he'd got away there.
It's actually a good challenge from Brittain. He does get the ball. If he mistimes that, it's a penalty, but I don't think it was mistimed. As you can see, does collect the ball.
Leeds at least get this corner. Rothwell goes short to Aaronson. He's going to curl it in instead. Headed away by Ohashi. Bogle underneath it to gather it. Goes backwards, and a little bit of frustration, I think, from the fans behind the goal. That there was time for it. Jaden Bogle just bring it under control and then look forward. Leeds are doing just that now with Tanaka down the left-hand side for Aaronson. Comes in field, Brendan Aaronson. Gives it to Gnonto. Now for Firpo, if he can keep it in, he can't. It was rolled too hard ahead of him, and that goes behind for a goal kick.
Just a heavy touch, but good to see Gnonto get on the ball in and around that 18-yard box. He will certainly make things happen. Blackburn, well, they've started slow. We've started quickly, haven't we? On the front foot, we're pushing them back, but just got to be mindful and concentrated at the back. Don't give them any chances. Can't afford to ship another goal, but we need to get one back to get ourselves in a position to try and get all three.
Flick on by Aaronson. Sheffield United's win last night has Leeds 3 points behind in the table, and now here's Ohashi breaking the lines, and he's into the penalty area, and it's excellent work, as it turns out, from Joe Rodon just to marshal him away from goal there. He also has crashed into the hoardings behind the goal, and Blackburn get a corner kick.
Yeah, excellent defending. He knew he was getting there, the speed that he's got, Joe Rodon, across the ground. Read the danger, got there. A bit awkward though, wasn't it, at the end, which is why he ended up crashing behind the goal, but he's a good yard behind Ohashi, yet still gets there.
Needed to as well. So Leeds have a corner kick to defend for the first time in this second half. Inevitably, it's Cantwell who's going to deliver. Curled in, nice shape on that to the back post. And Leeds get enough bodies around it to work it away, and now try and make it even better than that with Bogle on the charge down the left for Leeds. Tackled really well by Travis. He can't prevent it going out for a throw in, but his job was more important there to stop the Leeds man in his path.
It's a yellow card, surely.
Oh yeah, for kicking the ball away.
Yeah.
When the Leeds player wanted to take a quick throw in, prevented from doing so. Travis in the book.
Once again, Travis, really good play initially, wasn't it, to snuff out the danger. The counter-attack was on. The ball from Cantwell in from the corner kick was wonderful. How everyone missed it, I don't quite know. But that set us on our way.
Struijk. Now Rodon. Struijk again. Back to Joe Rodon. Dan James gets the return pass. Curls a nice ball into the middle, but it's headed clear by Hyam. Helped on its way by Beck. Comes out for Firpo. Now Gnonto. Gnonto again trying to get across into the box. Far post. Oh, Bogle was waiting, but Pears knew that. And so the goalkeeper did well to get fingertips to push it away and out of his path.
Oh, really good play. Gnonto again inside the box, just ducks and dives, finds himself a couple of yards. Good ball in. I thought Bogle was going to nod it into the far post, but for the keeper.
Aaronson, back it comes to Bogle. Touches heavy, and then that touches heavy too. On the back of Cantwell, he goes down and wins his side a free kick. Pears wandering out the penalty area. Bart repositions the ball. Pears asks for clarification. All of this is part of the theatre.
Certainly is.
Rodon with a header. Piroe. Beaten to it in the air by Bart. So Bogle steps up the line to take control of the ball for Leeds United. This throw in. Looking at his options here. Weighing it up. There's plenty of movement, but can't see a space.
Well, there's no one free. Blackburn sticking to us like glue.
Aaronson does well. Now Bogle. Aaronson will pick up this loose ball. He couldn't get it in front of him there. Still has it, gives it back to Tanaka. Short to James. James is fouled. This will be a Leeds free kick just outside the penalty area. Cantwell it was through the back of the Leeds man.
Well, Cantwell was the one that won the free kick by doing exactly the same. Bogle did it on Cantwell, but Cantwell fell for the same trick. James did well, got in front. Cantwell straight through the back. Now this is 23 yards out or so. Quite a nice angle for a left footer.
You'd fancy this.
I would fancy this.
And the question is, who have Leeds got out there at the moment who would fancy this? Haven't really seen signs of there being a Ward-Prowse type free kick specialist or set piece specialist from these kind of positions, but Rothwell is going to attempt to take on the mantle here. Looks more like a cross than a shot. Maybe it is that little bit further out than he would want. We'll shortly see. Rothwell curls it into the box. Heads go up from Struijk. Comes out for Gnonto. Well, it's a brilliant save and it's a brilliant block. And between the two, it denies Leeds an equaliser.
What a ball in. And Pascal with a great header, just expected the net to ripple, but somehow it was kept out.
Here's James trying to get in from Pears, whose game has picked up immeasurably since that first 20 minutes or so. Here's the man performing the heroics for Blackburn at the back.
Yes, needed some help as well, didn't he, from a defender when Gnonto in on the rebound. The ball's just chipped to the far post, as it was a brilliant header, straight at the keeper though, unfortunately.
Bogle up the line for Aaronson. Breaks inside for Piroe. Well, he knew James was offside, but Bogle can chase still. And Bogle was just a little bit too far away to be able to put real pressure on the defender there. And the ball is allowed to run behind for the goal kick.
We've just got to keep patient here. Certainly, we're going to get more chances. And Blackburn, just like they are now, going to take their time, have a conversation over every single thing that goes on out there.
Re-spotted the ball again before finally going short. And then Pears puts it straight into touch. But then that is a foul throw against Gnonto. And I'm guessing that his foot might have been on the pitch. So there we go. After we said there is no such thing anymore, just completely been proved wrong.
Well, we said. I'm not sure I said it, to be
Okay,
honest.
I said.
Now, just leaves the pressure, doesn't it? That sort of thing. That Blackburn, they get it back. We've got to just turn that screw, force them into a mistake.
Cantwell. That was almost a moment, but it's a bit of a wild clearance then from Pickering. Rodon. Aaronson beaten by Tronstad. Tronstad again. Rodon appeared to make a little back perhaps from Ohashi there, but referee saw nothing wrong. Oh, that was a heavily telegraphed ball from Rothwell. And, Dolan comfortably read it, but Leeds have quickly got it back. Bogle. James, well, he started and he stopped, and he's not probably going to get to this as a result. And that is the outcome. And Leeds have got a corner kick. So he's done well there.
He has done well.
Not everybody agrees.
Certainly the gentleman to your left, I don't think does.
So Leeds have a chance to put it in the middle, in front of that bank of travelling supporters. Rothwell told to delay as the referee wants words with players in the middle. Rodon and Travis are involved in a discussion with the official. And finally now Leeds can put that ball in the penalty area. Rothwell with the right foot into the middle. Players fell down in the middle then, and so Leeds have lost out. And here's Dolan racing forward for Blackburn before lunge on Firpo there. This is going to be a card, surely, as Firpo was caught high.
Yeah, I don't like the way he's holding his knee. I don't think it was a serious one, but he's gone down, clutching his knee. It was a poor challenge, no doubt. And first glance, it's a yellow.
Yeah, it would appear that Dolan is going to be carded, but only yellow carded. Referee just talking to him still. But, reaction of the Blackburn player suggests it's not the ultimate sanction. Firpo is getting treatment. Daniel Farker watches on. And Blackburn are preparing to make their first change of the afternoon. Either side's first change of the afternoon. With Gueye, the big striker, the big number 9, who's going to come on for them. And Ohashi, who's going to come off.
23, Ohashi. It's number 9, Gueye.
So a very different physical presence comes on, because this guy is a giant, 6'5" tall.
He is. Ohashi worked extremely hard, didn't he? He held the ball up well at times, but his race is run. And you're right, we have a very different proposition now up top.
Maybe in there for set-piece defending as well, given that he's the biggest man out there, I think, now. Rothwell with a short free kick for Leeds United. Gets the ball back off Rodon. 64th minute, still Blackburn 1, Leeds United 0. First half penalty. Rodon. Lights are on here now. It's gone considerably darker. Tanaka forced back.
Yeah, it's good closing down for Blackburn. It really is. They're not just firing off singly to try and close down their holding as a unit. And then when they slowly get closer, they all go.
Rodon. Now Meslier. Tanaka into Gnonto. Tanaka onto this right side to Rodon. Bogle sets off. That's the direction in which the ball is aimed. Centre half is across and will concede a corner kick. There's Batth who slid in.
Good play. Joe Rodon chipping a nice ball through. Bogle looking to get in behind the defender. Now, set piece. That's where we need that quality again from Rothwell.
James has come short and he's got it off Rothwell. Rothwell takes it past the first challenge. Not quite past the second, but Leeds do still have possession. Well, they've all stayed in the middle, so somebody's got to put it in there. Aaronson is the man. Pears will catch this. He does. And a moment of opportunity passes for Leeds.
Oh, that's a nothing ball in, isn't it? It's just catching practice for the keeper.
25 minutes remaining. Leeds behind, seeking to gain momentum in this second half as Pears tries to suck the life out of the game with another delayed kick. Struik's header flicked on by James. Piroe. Two defenders collided there. Tanaka ends up with the ball. Firpo, a little bit of space for junior Firpo. Gnonto ahead of him. Gnonto having the ball now. On it goes to Firpo on the overlap. Firpo's cross in, headed away beyond Aaronson and out to Dolan. And Gueye, the sub, is in support. Dolan at the moment doesn't need him and holds the ball and does well. Jinks this way and that, and is finally surrounded by yellow shirts, and Tanaka gets at least a foot in. And then suddenly there's a ball over the top as Travis has spotted space and Rodon has to go and defend it, and in doing so concedes a corner.
And the Blackburn Rovers fans go crazy for another corner. No one really up in support of Dolan, but he did really well to keep the ball. And that one run from midfield caught us out.
So Blackburn's first opportunity for quite a while to push players up the park and into that Leeds penalty area. Obviously they've got the added height presence of Gueye in there now. Another problem for Leeds to deal with. In it comes towards the head of Hyam. Still on the edge of the area, shot goalwards. It's an easy catch for Meslier. Meslier's in a hurry to try and get things going here. In the end, just bowls it out underarm to Joe Rodon. And Tanaka back to Rodon. Aaronson. Now Rothwell. Left side to Firpo. Infield to Piroe. Manages to get it to Aaronson. Aaronson to Gnonto. Gnonto, well, he's wriggled through two challenges there, and he's still going. And he's played out towards Bogle on this near side of the penalty area. Bogle on his left foot, curls it in towards the penalty spot, headed clear. And it comes back out for Tanaka. Tanaka just about works it to Struijk.
Stop
well.
it.
Now, from the far side, it's Leeds trying to attack with a cross in again, perhaps here. James. Oh, it's beyond Gnonto and short of Bogle. Just an indication that Blackburn are changing their focus here when the ball went forward and a single blue and white shirt anywhere close to it. Leeds managed to get a nice ball swept out to Gnonto into the byline. Gnonto trying to get into the penalty area. But, it'll be cleared by Dolan. Well, no, he's run it straight into Pascal Struijk of all people, and then Struijk is closed down by Brittain, and Leeds end up with a throw-in.
Well, good strong challenge from Brittain, but excellent play.
Triple
from Pascal
change
Struijk
coming
as
from
well.
Leeds United. So Solomon and Ramazani and Bamford are all coming on. Piroe is the first man off. Aaronson is the second. And will it be Gnonto or James, perhaps, who's the third? No.
Gnonto.
It's Gnonto who's the third off.
Substitution for Leeds United, replacing number 10, Joe Piroe, number 11, Brendan Aaronson, and number 29, Willie Gnonto, and number 9, Patrick Bamford, number 14, Manor Solomon, and number 17,
So a complete
Ramazani.
switch around up front for Leeds United.
Yeah, and this is what we got, this is what we can do, and we should do. Now, fresh ideas, good players out there, just as good a quality as the ones that come off, so let's see if we can get back in this game.
21 minutes remaining. Leeds still trail. Rothwell. Now Rodon. Invited to cross it, perhaps. No, he's played it into the... Well, he tried to play it into the pattern. Ramazani made a good run, but Rodon had overhit his ball.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. But now we have a different option, haven't we, up top as well, with Bamford, with the extra height.
Pears elects to go long. Daniel Farker, a raised eyebrow down on the touchline, no doubt. Rodon with a header forward. Here's Bamford. Taken away from him, but into touch by Bart. And now Bogle. Leeds in a hurry to get the game going with Rodon. Attack, attack, attack is the chant from the Leeds fans behind the goal. Don't think the players are going to try and do anything other than that as they advance ever deeper into this game, and a goal at least needs scoring here. And suddenly Blackburn have the chance to open things up themselves with Cantwell. Hits the heels of Firpo, but still spins into the path of Dolan. And back to Cantwell again. And then given away, but Bamford can't quite keep it in play. So Blackburn end up with a throw-in.
There's always two elements of a game, attack and defence, and I don't know how much of the ball you got. And yes, we are going to attack, but concentrated at the back is still vital. And there, Blackburn almost caught us out.
I guess there might be more minutes like that, or moments like that, as Leeds increasingly push and search. Bogle.
Well on.
Oh.
Not sure you can hear me. What do you think?
But
No?
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, he was charging back at Bogle. He was taking his time. Anyway, kept it away. He heard. Now here's James, Solomon rather, out wide left side to Firpo. Plays his cross in towards the penalty area, and it's kicked behind for a corner kick.
Well, that clearance there looked another hurried and panicked one. So keep the pressure on, keep pushing them back.
Again, Leeds with plenty in the penalty area. Rothwell aims to deliver. In it comes from Rothwell now. Struijk beaten in the air by Bart. Comes out for Solomon. Ramazani. Nice play to get it to Tanaka. Cross is blocked and gets diverted away from the penalty area. And then straight up in the air from the defender. Somewhat fortuitously, Blackburn break forward with the ball in their possession. Dolan taking on Solomon. Goes past Firpo, runs the ball into touch.
No, a card for Ramazani. That was surely not the case. And Lewis Travis is going to milk this one for all he's worth.
Yeah.
And everyone can see that. And why can't the referee?
Ramazani was the man who challenged him. Travis stayed down while the play continued. Presume it was an advantage played. Travis is back on his feet. And the game will restart with a Leeds United throw-in right at the other end of the park. More time ticks away. Struijk. To Rodon. John Eustace appears on the edge of his technical area. Still hasn't conceded a goal against Leeds United as a manager. Solomon. Now Rodon. James. Return ball from Bogle. Manages to get it back, but not to a teammate. And then Beck advances and slides through challenges and then gives it away. Hands to his head in frustration, because now it gives Leeds the chance to swing the pendulum in the other direction.
On the counter, that's where we need to exploit it quickly.
Here's Solomon. Into the penalty area he goes. Runs into too many blue and white shirts there, defending well in the box, Blackburn Rovers. Two experienced centre-halves doing their job in there.
They are. Brittain there as well. He's had a really good game at right back for Blackburn.
Ramazani, close to the keeper, too close to the keeper. Easy catch for Pears.
Well, we certainly have it all to do. Blackburn hanging on manfully. Haven't really opened them up often enough, but the changes we made, need to see the fruits of those.
Forward it goes. Struijk with a header. Bogle can't find a lead shirt. Beck. Now Travis. And then the ball played out wide intelligently to Brittain to weigh up his cross into the middle. Rodon waiting there. Bamford, little push.
Again, you can see that one a mile off. I mean, Cantwell, all he's going to do is just control the ball, get his body in the way. Got to be a little bit smarter than that. And this is going to take an age, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, it's in the Leeds half, which is where Blackburn aim to be. And Leeds have defending to do when they want to be attacking. So the two-man wall was a two-man wall, is now a one-man wall. Ramazani goes to pick up Dolan on the edge of the area. Cantwell will take the free kick for Blackburn Rovers. Whipped in again. What a great free kick. James is able to only give it back to Cantwell. And then he breaks through the lines and he shoots and he puts it wide. Well, that dropped so invitingly to him that he'd run through and everyone just stood and waited and watched basically to see what the outcome was going to be. And he could have wrapped it up there and he didn't.
Well, it was Cantwell's brilliant free kick initially. And you're right, he just took a gamble, carried on, didn't he? And got a touch, kept going. It dropped from a great height and took an age, fortunately for us. He fluffed his lines.
Bogle. Too long, too straight, too easy for the keeper. Pears picks it up just as Bamford arrives. Words are exchanged. And then Pears is allowed to keep just
more
walking.
time taken, yeah.
Struijk battles with Gueye. Dolan picks up the clearance. Now Brittain, we've seen a bit more of Blackburn advancing in these last couple of minutes, which is the last thing Leeds want, as they now have space down that left side. Cross into the middle, is inviting and is just spun up over the crossbar from Cantwell, who again had the moment to finish it, and it ends up going behind for a corner.
Well, I'm not quite sure how that one's been kept out, but it's brilliant defending in the end, but opened up once more. Too easy, just a ball straight over the top. And when it is cut back, Cantwell, I thought, was going to tuck it away, but he managed to survive, just.
It was a great block right in front of Meslier, but now there's more defending for Leeds to do. Cantwell has come to this near side for the corner. Inside the final 15 minutes here at Ewood Park. The home side have the lead and they have a corner kick. Home supporters very much finding their voices now. Good ball in, headed away by Firpo. Travis tries the spectacular half volley, but it bounces well wide. And Leeds finally get the ball back in their possession. Rothwell back to Rodon. Now Solomon. Solomon stops and comes back for Struijk. Square to Rodon. Rodon, there's not an option available in anything like a attacking position, so he goes short to Struijk, to Firpo. Rothwell in the middle. Two solid banks in front of them. Solomon. Now Rothwell. James is the option. Dan James curls in low, but it's come off the defender and gone behind. It was Owen Beck who diverted it behind. And it's going to be a corner kick for Leeds again.
I think it was let's see, Travis, but I mean the ball, wasn't a great one, but here we go again, another set piece. We've had a few.
10 to go, and Leeds have a big job to do here to take anything from this fixture. Players being offered behind that goal. Referee wants words. Bamford is involved. So this will delay things considerably. Patrick Bamford argues his case. And finally we'll have the corner taken. No, we won't, because now there's another little incident for the referee to go and deal with. There's a Blackburn man down on the ground. All a bit silly. Now he's being called. No, he isn't being called out. Now the corner can be taken. Wasted the best part of a minute with all of that. So here's Rothwell. Different delivery over the head of Struijk. Headed down towards goal. Flag is up. And whilst it hits the post, and then it's put in, offside had long since been called. And Ramazani protests, but that flag was raised some time ago.
Unfortunately, it certainly was, but some of the defending there from Blackburn, it's really frustrating because it was Lewis Travis there and Rodon. So Travis isn't even looking at the ball. All he's doing is putting his arms around Rodon, just stopping him running. He's looking away from the ball. That can't be right.
Change for Leeds with Matteo Joseph coming on and Joe Rothwell coming off. So it really is all in now for these final 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how this lineup's going to work. We're
well,
about to find out.
I think it'll be 4-1-3-2. So Tanaka will just have to sit there on his own. It'll be Ramazani, James and Solomon, and then two up top.
Here is Solomon. Back to Firpo. And now Solomon down the left. Over the halfway line he goes. And it's back into his own half to Struijk. Now Solomon again. Firpo into Joseph. Joseph to attack the box here. Into the penalty area. Stopped. Too many in front of him there as he tried to make his way through the crowd. Leeds win the ball back with Bogle. Struijk doing a good job on Gueye. Ramazani's come deep. Giving it to James. James still going. Players waiting at the far post. Over the head of Bamford. Maybe that just takes it away from Joseph. Is it a corner kick? Yes, it is. So the touch was off a defender.
Oh, vital touch as well from a Blackburn player. Wonderful from Bogle. And Bamford knows that was half a chance, but for the defender's touch.
So the attempt to get a set piece that works here comes via Solomon. Curls it in goalwards. Heads up. to the far post it goes. And there's a collision between Struijk and Rodon there. That's left both on the ground. That was Bamford and Struijk, isn't it? No,
Yes.
Struijk has walked away from it. Apologies. It's
Bamford's down and Struijk's just getting up and going back.
Up as well, yeah.
I can guarantee if that was Blackburn, we'd be down there for 5 minutes.
Well, both are back up, although the physio is on. In fact, both are being checked in the aftermath of that. And we now have 6 of the 90 remaining. Time is ebbing away from Leeds United here. And a chance just to take a point from this fixture would be deemed a success at this late stage of the game.
Well, there's no doubt we've had a few chances along the way, but today we haven't taken any of them.
Still Bamford requiring assistance here. So that brings proceedings to a halt. Blackburn know that they are close here to recording a 3rd straight championship win. Putting themselves on the very fringe of the playoff places ahead of with the other games ongoing.
Yes, they're in a handy position, of course, with a game in hand as well. There's still a few minutes left yet. And hopefully we've got something to say about it.
The longer the Bamford treatment goes on, the more concerning it will be from his perspective as to whether he's going to be able to carry on here.
Can't actually see what he's done. All our physios are around him, helping him, but he's on his knees, so... Is it a head injury? Is it a finger or... I don't know, I can't tell.
Finger.
Hey?
Finger.
I'm just thinking dislocated finger, because
right.
he seems to be just the way that he is. I'm not sure. I can't see any closer. Oh, they're just wrapping his head. I think it's if it's blood, I suppose.
For those who've got eyes on different angles of this, that there is a head injury involved here, and that's why we have 3 members of the medical team dealing with Patrick Bamford. So that may be significant. So we are moving ever closer to the 90th minute.
And to be fair, if you collide with Pascal Struijk, there is only one winner there. Hopefully Bamford is okay.
Brought on to try and make a difference. He's not really had the opportunity to do that, and what he won't want is for his game to finish early anyway.
Well, no, it's been hard for Bamford, hasn't it? Obviously, with the injuries he's had, he's trying to, come back and contribute. Can't really catch a break, but hopefully here he's okay.
Well, he's back up. He's changing shirts, so there's clearly blood involved.
Yeah.
And it would appear that he's going to carry on.
Good to see.
Bamford is okay. So the game resumes with a ball in the hands of the goalkeeper.
Can he stay on the pitch, Bamford, after that?
Oh, I think that's what the shouts are about, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the answer is apparently yes. I don't know.
I think we're making rules up as we go along here.
I'm not disappointed.
No, me neither.
Leeds have 2 minutes of the 90. As Rodon is beaten by Gueye. Joseph goes to chase. Brittain gets there ahead of him. And then Dolan waits for the dropping ball. And he's happy just to hook it over his shoulder as it goes a long way forward up into the Leeds half for a Struijk throw in. Rodon. Once it goes to Struijk, now Firpo. Leeds fans still trying to lift the team even at this late stage of the game. Firpo gets a return ball. Clear for Joseph. Back to Tanaka. Bogle has James waiting wide. Dan James, in it goes to Ramazani. Puts it into the area, but Cantwell's gone down now. Touching the back of his leg. And so, whether real or imagined, there's going to be another break in play here.
Was that a collision with Matteo Joseph or not?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just when he put his boot through it to clear it out the edge of the area, and immediately put his hand to his hamstring, back of the thigh, and collapsed to the ground.
Well, they are using every trick in the book here. Okay, he might be actually injured. Let's see if he plays on or not, but certainly taking their time, and all these breaks in the game, of course, favours the home side.
And you kind of fancy there must be close to double figures going up on the board any second now. It's down below. Can be able to confirm in the next 2 seconds. Or not, as the case may be. 9 minutes to be added on. And obviously, at this stage, we haven't even resumed play here. And there's a change being made by Blackburn. So Cantwell is going to come off. And the man who's coming on for them instead is Ryan Hedges. The goal scorer gets warm applause for his performance. And Ryan Hedges, the Welsh international, will come on in his place.
9 minutes at a time. 9 minutes.
Well, we're up to the first of those 9 already, and the game is yet to resume. So now we must be beyond.
Must be 10, surely.
10 plus now, because we just had a substitution as well. Rodon. Fans in the main stand do the old Iceland thing again. Dolan underneath it in the centre circle. Breaks for Rodon. Not a great ball from Joe Rodon. And Gueye. Offside. Meslier has to come anyway. And Dolan hits the back of the net, but it was all for nothing. So Leeds with the free kick. Tanaka in possession. Out wide to Solomon. Moving it forward at pace, Manor Solomon. In it goes to Joseph. Comes off defender, doesn't come back for Solomon. Played into touch for a Blackburn throw-in. Hits Struijk on its way. So reluctantly, the Leeds players have to head back towards the halfway line. Throw-in down the touchline.
21,942.
Leeds in that Blackburn half with Struijk. Plays it through the channel for Bamford, just outside the area. Can't get his ball into the middle. Leeds have a throw-in. Mid-position between the edge of the box and the corner flag. Back it comes to Struijk. And then back wide, left side to Firpo. Puts his cross into the middle. Comes back out for Tanaka. Tanaka shoots, but it's blocked. Ramazani couldn't control it. Spun away from him. And now Gueye will chase, but he won't get there as the ball is up into the Leeds half, and then attempts to prevent the quick take of the throw-in by kicking the ball away. Leeds quickly back with the ball on the pitch.
Yes, quite a different one. Just won't drop for us there, and Ramazani His touch was a poor one, otherwise he just might have had a chance to strike at goal.
Firpo. Rodon in the centre circle. Bogle. Wide right side to Dan James. In it goes to Ramazani. Back it goes to Bogle. Shifts feet, gives it to Ramazani. Gives it into Solomon. He and Ramazani almost collide, but Joseph slips, goes to ground, loses the ball, given away. Tanaka wins it, and then it comes out for Bamford, who tries a shot. Well, he dragged that one. Leeds appeal for a touch from the keeper, but Pears really surely must have known that was going to go wide.
Yeah, a long way out as well. Good 25, nearly 30 yards out. Pascal Struijk does really well just to step in and win the ball back early.
So we're guessing now, but 5 minutes plus, I'd say, still to go here. Pears to take his time over the goal kick, inevitably. Straight into touch. Awful kick from Pears. And then the fourth official goes to retrieve the ball from somewhere in the tunnel. Bogle throws it back to Rodon. Carries it. And still tucks it into Bamford. Play through Joseph. Now James trying to get space for a cross. Dan James tackled hard, tackled fairly, and then into the middle it goes, where it's won by Rodon, but then lost by Ramazani. And then Gueye is through, but Meslier has come miles out the penalty area to get there before the attacker. Can't keep the ball in play though. Out it goes for a throw in.
Great positioning from Meslier, it really is. Otherwise, Gueye would have been clear, bearing down on goal. Instead, good 10-15 yards out of his box as a starting position, gets there and clears the danger up.
And Dolan is named the home team's man of the match. Primarily, I'd say, for his first half performance. I haven't really seen too much of the ball in this second half. Leeds have dominated the possession, but in fairness, have not created enough chances from all that possession as Meslier. Clearance goes straight to Travis. Ramazani leans into him, daft foul to give away. And the referee was watching, and Travis stays down on the turf. Ramazani isn't going to tempt him back to his feet that quickly.
And that all came about because of the work rate from Dolan. I mean, you're right, he hasn't had much to do in the second half with the ball, but without the ball, Blackburn have worked extremely hard, none more so than him. He's just sprinted across. Meslier likes it on his left foot. Instead, he had to use his right. And what does that mean? It's a poor clearance. They win it back, and here's a free kick. So just by that bit of work rate, they get their reward.
Somewhere in the region of 3 minutes to go. And Blackburn are well up in the Leeds half. They've done another throw in. Almost level with the edge of the Leeds box down below here. And Beck has the ball. Thrown towards a corner flag, inevitably. And put behind, goal kick. Meslier sprints to get the ball and to play it out to the left of the penalty area, and Firpo. Infield to Struijk. Struijk to Rodon. Leeds moving up as a unit. Now James. First time ball played into Bogle. Good challenge on Bogle, but he's kept onto the ball really well. And then he tries to curl his cross in. It's gone too deep though. It's going to drop behind. And you'll hear the reaction from the home supporters there as that one sails out for a goal kick.
Well, we've tried to move it forward quickly, but final ball, again, is not quite enough. They've defended well, haven't they, Blackburn? However, they certainly should have been and could have been better in possession. The two centre-halves have been big and strong and won just about everything.
Yeah. Hart and Hyam have had good games at the back. Again, Pears just puts his goal kick straight into touch. It hits almost exactly the same position. Unerring accuracy, but they're all flying straight into down the tunnel, basically. So Leeds have the throw-in. Rodon to Tanaka. 99th minute now. Struijk. Left side is Firpo. In it goes to Joseph, but nobody behind Joseph. Flag up offside. Bamford presumably coming from an offside position. Free kick to Blackburn on the edge of their area.
Well, the home fans are thinking they're nearly taking all 3 points home with them, but is there another chance for us? Let's see. Time's ticking.
Well, we're into that area now where we don't know how much is added because we're at the 9 minutes, which was on the board. So it's whatever was on top of that before the game restarted. It isn't long. It may not be long enough. Whistles, as you'd guess, from the home supporters. Header from Rodon. Can't keep the ball in play. Just not happening for Leeds at the moment. And Blackburn have the chance to eat into the added time with a throw-in in the Leeds half.
They're calling for, obviously, the ref to blow the whistle, but the ref saying head injury. That's why the time is now being added on.
Free kick Leeds will push on Firpo. Solomon in field to Tanaka. Oh. Meslier just panics and boots it up in the air. It's kept in play by Firpo and flicked on wide. And Solomon, Blackburn just doing the simple stuff here, putting their foot through it when required. Mellier's raced out of his box again. This time he puts it up the line. Doesn't find a teammate. And Dolan, is he onside when he stops this? No, he isn't. So it'll be a Leeds free kick.
Oh, that's a booking.
That's it. Full-time whistle. And Leeds United have fallen to another away defeat here at Ewood Park. A first-half penalty was enough for Blackburn Rovers to claim the 3 points. And that huge army of fans behind the goal will go home disappointed because Leeds have missed out on the chance to get back on top of the table. Leeds have lost. The full-time scoreline here, it's finished. Blackburn Rovers 1, Leeds United 0.
Well, unfortunately, a largely disappointing display. Blackburn certainly well organised, showed plenty of intent and endeavour, really stuck to their guns, had a great chance to score early on, missed by hitting the bar, but eventually they took the lead, and after that, we came back at them. We had a couple of half chances, couldn't take them, got in some good areas of the pitch, but didn't really take advantage of that. The keeper Pears tried to help us along the way as well, but still we couldn't get that goal to get ourselves back in. And after the changes, largely, it was pretty similar. Blackburn fairly comfortable in seeing things out. And for us, well, unfortunately, no points today, but we go again.
That's the case, and Leeds United have to get their heads back on it and make sure that next time out they're right back on it, because after a couple of wins on the spin, Leeds have gone down to another away defeat here. And John Eustace, again, is the man who's done the job against the Leeds United side for the 3rd time in succession, for the 3rd time by a single goal to 0. Not a great day. Leeds players walk off looking pretty unhappy for themselves. The full-time scoreline here, it's finished at Ewood Park. Blackburn Rovers 0, Leeds United, Blackburn Rovers 1, Leeds United 0.